In the previous video, we learned about the installation of the Python interpreter. We used its command line prompt and Python GUI IDE for writing a program, and we also saw that how the program runs on the command prompt as well as on the given Python inbuilt Python IDE. If we have a project that involves few lines of code, then the inbuilt IDE is sufficient to write the programs. But if we have a large project that is expected to have huge source code, then we have to select an IDE, full-fledged IDE, which would help us in writing the program, and in addition to the basic editing facilities, it should give us some additional features. For example, debugging the program, making the package, deploying option for the target machine, etc. For that purpose, two most popular IDEs for Python project development are Eclipse IDE and the Aptena Studio. So we are starting with the Eclipse IDE for the Python development. So to download the Eclipse IDE, open the browser, and in the address bar of the browser write www.eclipse.org/downloads. Now on the download page, number of options are selected. Here we have to remember that Eclipse IDE comes for different platforms, for different languages. We have Eclipse IDE for Java, Eclipse IDE for C++, Eclipse IDE for PHP, etc. Here from the download page, select the option Eclipse Classic. This is the basic IDE, and select the target machine, that is for Windows 32-bit machines or Windows 64-bit machines. You can select these options according to the OS you are using. Okay, now select the download link from where you want to download it, and the download link is displayed. Click on the download link and it will ask you to save the file, that from where to which location in your hard drive you want to save the file. Select the location and remember the location to which you are downloading the file. Okay, now the file, if once the file is downloaded, then right click the file and select the option extract to. You can extract the contents anywhere in your hard drive. I'm extracting the contents of the zipped file into the desktop. Okay, now all the contents of the files are being extracted. Now, unlike other Windows applications where first of all we download the setup file, then we run the setup file, and with the help of the setup file, the application gets installed in the machine. Once it is installed, then we can use it. This is not the case with Eclipse IDE. When we extracted the contents of the downloaded file, it has created a folder, namely Eclipse SDK 4.2.2 Win32. Okay, if we click on this folder, we find that there is one more folder, Eclipse. Click on the folder. Here, all the files related to the Eclipse IDE, they are put all together. That's the configuration folder, drop-ins folder, features, and so on, plugins, readme, etc. Now to run the Eclipse IDE, we simply have to click on the Eclipse file. That's an application file. Just click it, and you don't require to run the setup or setup of the file. It's in fact a package in itself. Whenever you have to run the Eclipse IDE for the development of your Python projects, you don't require to run the setup file or some shortcuts, etc. Every time you have to click on the link Eclipse, click on a file that is Eclipse, which is an application file, and all the related issues are handled by this file. And click on the OK. Now it's showing that Selector Workspace. Actually, Workspace is a space to which the Eclipse IDE saves your project in the current session. We are keeping the default options as they are. Okay. Now this is the interface of the Eclipse SDK. Now again, let us run the Eclipse. Click on the folder to which we had extracted the contents of the downloaded file. We have Eclipse folder, and here we have Eclipse file. That's an application file. Simply run it. Or what we can do is we can create a shortcut to the file. We can create a shortcut to the file on the desktop. Create shortcut. Okay, I'm just rerunning the Eclipse IDE. Okay, this is Eclipse shortcut. Click on the link, and it's asking for the workspace. I'm not changing the default options. Default options are as they are. Okay. Now Eclipse IDE is running. This is the basic IDE. Now just downloading the Eclipse IDE is not sufficient. What we have to do is we have to download the plugin for the Pydev plugin for the development of our Python programs. Because if we write a program here, suppose we want to develop a Python project, then we don't find any options. So we need to download a plugin file, and that is required to run the Python projects on the Eclipse IDE. For that, open the web browser. You need to do it only once, and on the Google search engine, in the Google search engine, type Pydev and SourceForge. You will find this plugin on the sourceforge.net file, and click on the Pydev for Eclipse option. It will give you the details about this plugin, that is Pydev for Eclipse. Simply click on the download link, that is Pydev 2.7.3 zip. Now the plugin is it will download the Pydev plugin for the Eclipse IDE. Okay, select the location to which you want to download the plugin. Remember the location to which you have downloaded the plugin, that is Pydev 2.7.3. Okay, once this file is downloaded, I've downloaded it to the downloads folder. Right click on the Pydev 2.7.3 file, which is a zipped file, and extract its contents to a location, that is extract files. Select the option, right click it, right click Pydev 2.7.3 and choose the option extract files. Okay, now we have to extract the contents of this file to the Eclipse SDK that is basically a folder which was generated when we extracted the downloaded Eclipse file. Okay, we had a folder namely Eclipse SDK 4.2.2. Here you have to remember the location to which location you have extracted the contents of the Eclipse Ide that we downloaded in the previous step, and we extracted its contents. So in my case, I had downloaded the contents to the desktop, and the folder was created on the desktop itself. So under this folder we have one more folder, that is Eclipse folder. Actually the Eclipse ID was running from this folder only. Okay, select the location Eclipse, and under this folder we have one more folder, that is drop-ins folder. Click on the drop-ins folder and select OK button. Now all the contents of the Pydev plugin, they are being extracted to a folder namely Eclipse drop-ins features and plugins. All these files are extracted to the location. Okay, now close the IDE and rerun the Eclipse Ide. Click on Eclipse, or we can simply click on the shortcut that we had created in the previous step. Eclipse and okay, default workspace. Now we have to make some settings. That select on the Windows option, then preferences. Here we see that on the left side we have Pydev, and here we have to select the Python interpreter, because at the moment Eclipse does not know where actually is the Python interpreter that will be used to check the syntax of your program file and to run your program. So here we have to select the location where we have installed the Python interpreter. Click on the link interpreter Python, and new interpreter name we are using is Python 2.7.4. okay, now here we have to browse for the files, browse for a location where the interpreter executable file exists. So in our case we had installed the Python interpreter in C drive. We had Python 2.7, and under this file we have a Python interpreter file, that is Python. Click on this one and select OK. It will check for all options, all available options. Now select the folders to be added to the system Python path. Actually these folders should be added to the system Python path so that our program runs successfully. Select all the options that the system displays and write OK. It means now the Python interpreter has been connected with the Eclipse Ide, which is mandatory to run our program. So, okay, it's showing right. It will make some changes to the system path, etc. All this process is automatic. Right, now we want to create a new project, that is Python project. So for that we are not seeing the options here in the file new, we have Java project, package, class, interface, etc. Now under the Windows option, click on the link that is perspective. Okay, open perspective. Other, select the what option did I pick is Windows open perspective, and here we have other, and from the available options select Pydev. Okay, now you see that we have, and when we click the file new and Pydev project, all options related to the Pydev are selected. Now we want to create a Pydev project, and name of the project we want to assign is suppose first project. That is the name of the project that we want to create. And here choose the options. Default option is Python, keep it as it is, that is grammar version, and interpreter, that is 2.7.4. basically we have only one interpreter that we have installed, that is, you can keep it default interpreter or you can select 2.7.4, any of the options. Here we find that three options are given: add project directly to the Python path, create src folder, that is source folder, and add it to the Python path. For the time being, we are selecting the second option, that is create src folder and add it to the Python path. Finish. Okay. Now we want to create a file where we would write our simple Python program for the testing purpose if we have successfully connected our Eclipse Ide with the Python interpreter or not. For that, click on the src, that is the src folder, right click it, and we want to write a Python module. New file, new src, right click it, new, and we want to write a Python Pydev module. Okay, here we have to select the, we have to give the name of the file or the module where we would write the codes, that is, for example, hello world. That is the name of the file that we wish to create. Click on finish button, and we see that a file, namely first project slash src slash hello world.py, that is created. Okay, and also note that the extension of the hello world file is .py. It means it's a Python source file. Here we are simply writing very simple. We just want to check the print statement and print hello world. This is the program that we wish to write, hello world, and now if we want to, we are to see that if it is running properly or not, simply click on the hello world.py, that is the Pydev module, and click on run as, and select the option Python run, first one, and okay, it's asking for the select resources to save. This is the file that we want to save. Actually, if the Python interpreter checks if the file is saved or not, we are saving the contents. We are saving the contents of the file. Click on OK, and we see that hello world, that is the program, is running. Now let us declare two variables, a equals to 10 and b equals to 20, and I'm writing print a plus b. I'm just checking it. So if I have to if I run the program, so right click it and run as Python run. So it's showing me that hello world and 30, the sum of A and B, 30. So that's how it means. Now we have seen that how we can configure the Eclipse Ide, how we can install the Eclipse Ide, how we can download the Pydev plugin for the Eclipse Ide to run our Python project, and how we can connect our Python interpreter with the Eclipse Ide for the successful running of the project or the execution of the project. In the next video, we shall see that how we can use Aptena Studio for the development of our Python programs.